Trailcam Dan, what did he see? A beaver, a badger, a fox or a bee? Trailcam Dan, what did he see? A beaver, a badger, a fox or a bee? Only me! Hello, how are you doing today? I haven't got my mask on, I haven't got my camo on. I don't need to today, because we're not going out placing the trail cams. Well, I am in a few hours with Neil, my friend. But this video is more about what I'm doing here on our seasonal pitch here at the Nurseries campsite in Lincolnshire, the UK, with my birds and my hedgehogs and my bird food and what I do. I've got a lot of little bits and bats to go through. On top of that, I think I've left my hood in the woods. I remember where I left it, next to a tree, so I need to pick that up today if we're going back in there. But yeah, let me now put you on the little tripod so I can walk you around and tell you what is going on. We are looking like a jumbo sale at the moment, but I'll explain why as I'm going along. Right, so as well as placing trail cams, I'm very big on looking after the wildlife. Birds, I absolutely adore my birds, feeding the birds, looking after the birds, chasing the big birds away, hating the big birds. I'll go into that in more detail. And hedgehogs. I've got 3 hedgehog houses, but at the moment no hedgehogs, but we'll go into that as well. So I think what we'll start with is the hedgehogs. Let's just start with that, shall we? So I bought an hedgehog house because when we got these security cameras, I've got quite a few of them dotted around where we are. When I got these, I was seeing this hedgehog coming every night. We called him Prick, that's his name, Prick the hedgehog. And he was coming and he was eating underneath the bird table, obviously little bits of whatever, bird seed or whatever. So then I bought these and I started putting him out some water and some hedgehog food, and he'd come, he'd have his hedgehog food, he'd have his water, and then he'd disappear. Or she, I don't know if it's a man or a woman. And he would, it seemed to be that he was coming from over here, down here, having a bite to eat, going up there, and then coming back here an hour later, having a bit more, and then disappearing. So I said to Mazzy, we got them bowls and we got a hedgehog house. So I bought this off Amazon. Nothing's ever been in it, absolutely nothing. Never mind, the hedgehog stopped coming. Now it was hedgehog breeding season, so it might be that she's had babies. I don't know the reason. It might just be the time of year, but I'm sure the hedgehog will be back. And then my lovely viewers on his other channel made us some incredible gifts. We got made this my drink, you see, because it's disguised. It just looks natural, doesn't it? The green and the white. He made this, and that is solid wood. Absolutely beautiful. They even sent me some straw to put in it and some sawdust to put in it, and nothing has been in there since the day we got it. But there will in the future. Rugged Hogs, that was the name of the guy. He just makes them himself and sells them locally. I think he looks after hedgehogs himself, and it's his passion. So we have that baby for Prick. And now just a week ago we got another one made and given. Look at the size of this baby. Incredible. So he made this. It's got like I can't take the lid off on this one. It's got like a room goes around there, and it's obviously quite a big area inside there for the hedgehog. So really impressed. I haven't even looked at this properly yet, to be honest with you, but it's a beauty. And in the post just the other day, he very kindly sent me like a little ramp, which he'd forgotten to bring, so I need to put that on so it finds it easier to get in. And what I'm planning on is, I think, probably dotting them around the campsite, in the tree land, you know, in the more wild areas, maybe down here, I don't know. Somewhere where I think the hedgehogs would feel safer, and leave trail cams looking at the hedgehogs as they come in and out. And fingers crossed this winter, and we're going to be here this winter to keep his eye on it, hopefully they're going to hibernate in them. So that's the plan. I did also buy this online, which is hedgehog fibre bedding. So I've got loads of bedding for them. 10 litres of hedgehog bedding. On top of that, we're still on the hedgehogs. On top of that, I've got hedgehog food. Where are we? Wildlife hedgehog food. Now, Neil bought me this when he went shopping, and I'd bought some. So I've got quite a lot of hedgehog food. But I'm not putting it out at the moment because the rooks in the morning, the big birds, will come in and eating it. Honestly, you could put arms and legs, human arms and legs out, they'd take it. They're not bothered what it is. As long as it stinks a bit, smells, yeah, that'll go in my mouth. They're not bothered. Proper scavengers. Rooks. So I've got a problem with rooks. I don't like rooks. Never will like rooks. I'll go into that in another video. I'll tell you why. So that's the hedgehog. So I'm going to go into that in more detail in a different video. On to the birds. In fact, no. What I'll do right now, because I want to cut this video up, because I've got quite a lot of things to show, I will place a little bit of trail cam footage from in the woods. We're going back nearly 2 weeks now, but I kept the footage from, I was going back every day, picking the trail cams up, getting the SD cards, getting the footage, editing it, loving the wildlife. So I'll put in a bit of trail cam footage now, and then when I come back, I'll talk about the birds. Hope you liked that footage. Right, on to the birds. So last year, I've always loved any kind of wildlife. Everyone does. That's just what we do. But last year, for the first time, I started feeding the birds. Now, I bought this. A bird feeder. And it did the job, but very basic. My idea was I wanted another one. I was going to have two. So I got another one, and I gave this to his neighbours in their caravan, and they've got it out. They're not filling it up, and it's probably because of the rooks. The rooks are coming and just taking everything, destroying everything. So I bought another one. And here it is. Isn't it beautiful? Well, it was, but I stopped using it. Here's the rest of it. The rest of the poles. Here's all the bird feeders I got for it. Big variety to put the food in, to put the water in. I even put some straw into a feeder, thinking they could use that for netting. I had the full setup, the full shabam, and then a friend sent me this, which is a bird feeder. You put the food on there, and I was hanging it all up here, both of these, full of these, and it was all working until one day the rooks turned up out of nowhere and just ripped everything to bits. They took everything, and they were causing chaos, just making such a racket. So I got rid of one, I gave it to them, and then I decided I was going to get a bird table. And my good friend Darren Dixon sent me one. He got me one off Amazon, I believe, and sent me it. Built it myself, and here it is. Now don't laugh if you're new to the channel and you haven't seen this before. This is my bird table. I'll explain this in a minute, yeah? We'll move on to that. So I got this, and this did the job. Absolutely fantastic. I've been really impressed with this. I was going to buy like a really expensive homemade one, because there's a few people around here who make bird tables, you know, like £100 proper big industrial size, brilliant one. But that's been really good. It's done the job. I've been very happy with that. So I've got bird food, obviously, lots of bird food. We'll talk about the table in a bit. So bird food, I had to get 2 of these tubs because I had so much food. I just went out and spoilt them all. I went to B&M Bargains, Poundland, Tesco's, garden centres, anywhere to get all the different foods, about 15 different varieties of food. And I've been putting it out. As I say, in there now is just the hedgehog food, because all these are empty. Dried mealworms. I did actually label them all. Sunflower hearts, blue tit food. So all them are empty now, apart from hedgehog. So that's not needed at the moment. So this is all I've got left. Now this is the bird's favourite, suet pellets. Now the suet balls, the suet, you know, like the square ones, they're not interested. They're not interested. They only like these little bits and sunflower hearts, which is also suet looking anyway. So what have I got left? I've got some Niger seed, magic dust. Now that is bird seed I got in Spain. But they eat it. They do eat it. There's my suet pellets, same as that. That came out of the same pack, which was also a gift. Thank you very, very much. And that is all I've got left of bird seed. Mixed bird seed. Complete seed mix. And I've got plenty of sunflower seeds. If I'd have known I had that many, I wouldn't have bought some more today. So I haven't got much left. And certainly not much of a variety. So I went shopping today. Oh, I'll go on to that in a minute. I went shopping today and I got all this, look. Dried mealworms. Big value. I don't think it is. £5. £4.99 for a tub of mealworms. I thought all the prices, these were all from B&M, and I thought they were very expensive today. And they're normally very good for bird food. They didn't have much of a selection. I think Pound Stretcher is the place to get the best bargains and a bigger variety. So I'll be going there next time. So, suet pellets. I've got 2 more of them because I know that is their favourite. So I've got 2 big bags. We've got all them left and all that left. That is all their favourites. And then, no, I'll tell a lie. All birds go for that, but this is the favourite. Sunflower hearts. Oh, they go mad for this stuff. You know, it looks suety, but it isn't. It is just like a little seed, which you get out of your sunflower seeds. But we have a greenfinch who keeps coming, and he happily takes the sunflower seeds, nibbles off the casing and eats the heart. He loves it. He's very happy. He'll sit there for 10 minutes just enjoying himself. But yeah, did I just get one of them because they're quite expensive. 2 of them. They did have a massive industrial sized bag of this and it was £23. I thought, I'm not at that stage yet. I'm not paying that. So I got some more sunflower seeds. As I say, I didn't know. Oh, they're not. Oh, they're for my hay fever. We'll give them a go because I have been suffering with hay fever. Yeah, so I have just got one more bag of sunflower seeds, which is good. I didn't want too many. Seed itself, we've got 2 bags of seed mix. Happy with that because I've nearly run out of that one. I've got another small bag of Niger seeds because the finches love this. Any kind of finch loves Niger seeds in a feeder. But what I've found is they won't eat that until that's all gone. They prefer this. So I've got that and a blue tit blend as well. Now this stuff, for people who don't know, I used to be a manager in a garden centre and I used to be the buyer for the bird seed. So I knew quite a bit about it. And in my day, which is going back to the millennium, 2000, it was actually called Niger seed, which is obviously a word you cannot say anymore. And I'm presuming that is how it is supposed to be spelt, but because it looks offensive, it sounds offensive, I'm guessing that is the only reason it is Nyger on packaging now, because it used to be Niger. So plenty of that. So that is all my food. Now what I've been doing, as I've shown you, is keeping things in little tubs, keeping them all separate. But what I've thought is, you know what, I always put a bit of everything on the table anyway, so I'm just going to mix it all up. So I've bought myself another tub. I think that's a perfect size, basically just to throw everything in it, give it a good mix up, get a scoop and just keep scooping it on there, because I do like to put a bit of everything on for all the different types of birds. I don't get peanuts anymore because the baby chicks and things can choke on it. A few people said that, so I've not bothered with that, and I do think the big bad birds would love peanuts and I'm trying not to attract them. So let me make a trailcam Dan bird seed mix. It's gonna be special. So as my girlfriend just mentioned to me, she said it's called a trail mix. And it is, isn't it? They call this a trail mix when they do this. But this is the trailcam Dan mix, okay? So this little box holds 9 litres. I'm not sure it's big enough for all the food I've got, but we're just going to go for it. We're just going to throw everything in. So let's start with what we've got left over. So we've got the suet pellets, their favourite. We've got the magic dust. You know, I spent a fortune just on all these tubs and it doesn't look like I'm going to need them anymore. So I'm hoping they can be cleaned out and used for other things. The Niger seeds. Throw it all in. What else have we got? Some more suet pellets. Let's throw them in. They love them. Whoops. The Peckish Complete seed mix. Let's throw it in. The sunflower seeds. I think what we should do with this is just throw it in. There's a lot of them. They'll get used to it. It's the chaffinches I want to get into this, and I know they like it. The greenfinches. I know they love the sunflower seeds, so I don't care if I put too much of that in. Right, we're about a quarter full. Let's get all of the dried mealworms in. They love that. When they're having babies, it's not a good idea to put these in dry, they prefer it to be soaked, because this is the way the babies will get the water, not through drinking water but through the water in the foods. So it's best to soak these, but to be honest, all the birds I've seen around here, they've already hatched. They're already on the scene, and most of them are actually at our bird table now. They're eating, not now, I don't mean this very second, I mean they are eating off our bird table. So I'm going to throw all them in. Okay, that's filled it up. But don't panic, there's plenty more room. Let's get the blue tit food in, because I do love the blue tits and the great tits. Throw all that in. And there's something in we haven't got in there, and that is their favourite, which is the sunflower hearts. So they're both going in, and then I think we're probably about full. Seriously, this is a bird's dream, sunflower hearts. But it is also probably the most expensive, because some poor person in a factory, probably in China, has to sit there with the sunflower seeds on a table and like peel off the outer and take all the hearts out and put them on a table, and just keep doing that all day until there's loads, and then put them in a bag for us to buy. Well, I'm only joking, you know I'm joking, but yeah. So let's get all these in, and then I think that's it. I can't get them open. I've still got Niger seeds left, I've still got sunflower seeds left, and I've still got 2 lots of seed mix left. I'm going to save them. I could get more in here, but I want to be able to mix it up a bit with my hands, get it all mixed up. In fact, I think my best bet is to put the lid on and shake it upside down. We'll do it that way, yeah. This is going to be my seed mix. Look at that! It looks like a wormery. All different levels of food. Beautiful. Let me introduce you to my beautiful girlfriend. Oh. This is Mazzy. Say hello to my new channel.
Hello.
I'm sure most people watching this already watch this other channel.
Knows me, yeah.
Mazzy just came up with a fantastic idea.
A bigger box.
A bigger box. So, are we recording? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's just get it all in one big box. At least, even if I don't, I can shake it better in a bigger box. So let's put all this in the bigger box. I do prefer this smaller box though, I'll be honest. So we could now put the lid on that and give it a really good shake. But that is not even half full. Nearly half full. Should I put the rest in, man?
Yay, do it.
Let's just do it all, yeah? I can't get in these bags, what's going on? I need some. More sunflower seeds. More Niger seed. I don't think I do need scissors now, and she's going to all this trouble to get me the scissors. This is Glenwood seed mix, by the way. This is what you get at B&M. Is it any good? I don't need them, Mazzy. You're alright, sorry. Sorry. And we haven't got any of this in. We've only got a little bit of seed in there, so I'm happy to add this. This is Glenwood seed mix. Excellent for all the small birds and the tits. One more of them, and that's all my birds. Oh no.
You've got loads.
I've got all. Right, that's going to have to wait, Mazzy. Yeah, I've still got 2 bags of the suet pellets.
I've got these though. What are these?
That's for hedgehogs, Mazzy.
Oh.
So, I think that's enough, man. Jesus. Get the lid on that, and yeah, but the problem is I can't turn this upside down because this lid won't hold. I'll have to try it by hand. Just give it a really good mix. It's working. Oh, I'd eat this myself, you know, with a bit of milk. I don't even like milk, but if you put this in a bowl on a hot day,
like muesli.
Like muesli, yeah. And I'm sure that's how birds see it, as their big pile of muesli. Oh, this is beautiful. And it feels, oh, this is so relaxing. Oh, you should be doing this, Mazzy. You should prepare me food for me. Yeah, very, very happy with that. Now some people will be saying, oh no, you should only put certain foods out for certain birds and stuff. I am happy to feed all birds. From now on. Apart from the rooks. We'll go into that in a bit. Right. Let me show you what we're looking like, because I think that's looking really good. Hey, let's get down close and personal. That's well mixed, isn't it? Very well mixed. They are gonna love that. So I need to order or find a scoop, and I need a funnel. And the reason I'm gonna need a funnel is because I have to have netting on my bird table to stop the rooks. I attempted this, I've overdone it. It's like Fort Knox, it's silly. Even the blackbirds can't get in, and I'm not happy about that. So I'm going to rip all this off, and I'm going to be adding some new wire, which is a plastic wire, which someone who came and stayed at the nurseries brought me over, and I'm really pleased he did now. So I've got that to try. The owls are a good size. The starlings will probably get in, but I've decided I'm going to let the starlings eat. Why not? Why not? So, that is my bird food, the trailcam Dan seed mix. Do you make a mix? If you've got any ideas on what else to add into there, or what you put in your trail mix, I'd be very interested to hear. Right, Mazzy, if you want to tidy this up now, I'll go sit down for a bit. I need a rest, and then I need to come back. I did say this was going to be split up into quite a few little segments. So I've shown you some trail cam footage. I haven't ever shown you any footage off the security cameras. These are Blink security cameras, and they're fantastic. I've got one in here which has fallen over because of the rooks. I'll go into that later. Got one down there, and it films all the birds. It lets me know, and it takes a video, and I can download that video, and I can make a little music montage for you now, just to show you the various kinds of birds I'm getting on here. Personally, I just add a little interlude. Is that the right word? A little break. I have been out into the woods placing my trail cams, all six of them, with Neil, the campsite warden. He's placed 2, I've placed 6. And now I'm back. I went over there, I got really bad hay fever, and I'm still recovering, so if I sound a bit weird, I'm struggling. Anyway, I've just noticed, because whilst I was away, my lovely girlfriend edited that part. What you've seen so far, she's edited it. Oh, I'm struggling. And it's 25 minutes or something like that. So I'm going to break this up into 2 videos, because there's still so much more to talk about. But before I go, right, so I'm left with this. All the food's away, everything's away, it's all cleaned up. I want to mention this. So I've filled these 2 with water yesterday, and I've brought this out, which goes on here. I took it back in, but what I'm going to do is actually put this back on there. I'm going to fill that with water and put it on there, because I was looking on the news the other day and it was talking about birds are really struggling for water at the moment. So guys, please just leave a bowl of water out. The bigger the bowl, the better. You know, as a bird bath, or if you have a bird bath, or if you have a bird bath, fill it up with water. A bird, you know what I mean by a bird bath. If you go to a garden centre, why not buy a bird bath? There's nothing better in life than watching a bird on a hot sunny day go into a bird bath and flap its wings around. It is beautiful. So I haven't got a bird bath, but the best I can do is offer some water there, offer a bit of water there, and I can guarantee they will go and have a little sip. So I recommend you do that. Right, my next job. This is something else I have been doing. Trying to find a very natural looking branch, right? And placing it between the bird table and this pole, which is why this pole is here. There's nothing on it. So what I've been doing is putting that in there. But what I do find is the rooks come at night, at dawn, stand on it and it just falls off. I don't like rooks. I'll go into that again in another. I keep saying it. I don't like rooks. So I've been putting that there, and the reason I've been doing that is I've been setting my camera up here and basically just zooming in to the branch, the field of view. So you've got the blurry foliage in the background, and you've had birds landed on here to go to the bird table. And I've got some beautiful shots of that. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to put them in now. As I say, I have got so much more to talk about. I'm going to have to split this video into two. This is just my first introduction to the bird table and my setup and what I've got. My second one, I think what we're going to do, well, I know we're going to do, we are going to rip Alcatraz off this bird table and we are going to clean it up. It's 19.7 degrees Celsius, by the way, which it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. That's quite hot. Yeah, and I'm going to replace this with different netting, a plastic netting, fill it up, lift the camera up. We're going to get some great shots, but that's all for a different video. So much to talk about. I'm so sorry, I can hardly talk. The hay fever has really hit me. I was fine here, but then when I went into the woods, I didn't have any tissue, I'd not had a tablet or anything, and it's really hit me. So I'm going to leave this here. We'll bring this back, maybe the next video, maybe the one after that, but we're going to continue this. I hope you've enjoyed the variety of what I've been showing you. And if you're not subscribed, please do. There's so much coming on this channel. I've probably got about 20 more videos in my head. and it's just a matter of finding the time to film them and showing you what is going on with Trailcam Dan. Love you to bits. See you in the next one. You take care. And don't forget, give water for the birds. See ya. Trailcam Dan, what did he see? A beaver, a badger, a fox or a bee? Trailcam Dan, what did he see? A beaver, a badger, a fox or a bee?